Greetings once again, pirates on the high seas. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with One Piece. Previously on Philoled Island, Garp, the members of Sword, and a few choice marines have raided the island to save Kobe, only for them to be confronted by none other than Kuzan, the 10th Titanic captain of the Blackbeard pirate. We learned of Kuzan's time after his battle with Sakazuki, that while initially, naturally confrontational against Blackbeard, Blackbeard managed to smooth things over. We also learned once again about the man with the burn scar, said to potentially be the person with the final road poneglyph, a person who rides around in a black ship, and anyone who tries to follow them, whirlpools spawn beneath them, swallowing them down into the depth, with Shiryu even suspecting that it might be a government agent to keep pirates away from claiming the One Piece. Many people's guesses, Dragon, and I can't dispute that. It would make the most sense given his power set. But we also saw the conclusion to the battle against Blackbeard and Law, where Blackbeard claimed victory, destroying the Polar Tang, and sending most of Law's crew to the depths. It was only thanks to Chopper having developed a special type of drug for Beppo, having spent so much time with the minks, that allowed Beppo to induce Sulong form without the full moon. Thanks to his natural polar bear swimming abilities, he was able to take Law into the sea and escape, and, being such a small target swimming through the ocean at such high speeds, the Blackbeard ship's cannons couldn't take them down. And although Law wanted to go back for the rest of his crew, Beppo let Law know that they're tough, they'll survive, but he's got to get the captain out of there. The question remains, where will Beppo end up? And now with two of Luffy's biggest rivals out of the running, it seems as though the race for the One Piece might be Yonko only. Buggy better get on board or get out of the way. So what'll happen next? Join me as I find out. Won't you? Alright, One Piece chapter 1082. Let's go and take it. Obviously, it's either about the One Piece or something else. Reader requests Chopper confusing Zeus for cotton candy and nearly eating him. Jeebus. I'm actually surprised that wasn't something that didn't actually take place in the story. Or did it? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a moment where Chopper took one look at Zeus and was just like, cotton candy? And it was like, it's the irony of the fact that so many people, especially when Chopper was first introduced, kept talking about eating him, and now Chopper is doing the same thing to Zeus. Dramatic irony and all that. And Prometheus in the background being like, yeah, eat him, eat him. Alright, what? T-Bone dies? No way. What? How? The passing of Vice Admiral T-Bone, a figure beloved to many in the Navy and the public, sent shockwaves around the world, but the Navy did not reveal his cause of death. What? Of all the things to open up with, are you sure people didn't just think he's dead? How did it happen? At Navy HQ, you pick up with Sengoku talking with Tsuru. Huh. Yeah, that's funny too because we have Tsuru's granddaughter over in Hachinosu, Beehive, Philoled, whatever you want to call it, with Sengoku saying, "Have we found the killer?" Tsuru says, "No lead. All we know is that their family must be living a happy, comfortable life now." Oh, it's from the Cross Guild. Someone managed to take out... Oh, gee. Sengoku says, "We're living in the end of days, so Tsuru. Stabbed in the back by the citizens we're sworn to defend. It's sickening." Tsuru, taking a sip of her coffee or tea or whatever, says, "Once there are bounties out on Navy officers, the pirates aren't the only ones who want to collect the money. It happened in the Pepe Kingdom, where over 1,000 people die of hunger every year. Poverty and money will change a person." That is true. Especially in a place that I guess isn't really well defended by the Marines. They've got nothing left to lose in luring a Marine out in the guise of, asking for help or saying, "Oh, we spotted a pirate," and just ambushing them, right? Tsuru says, "Not that I excuse whoever killed him. If this was his goal, then we've sorely overlooked the genius gesture." Oh god. You didn't consider how much of a badass Buggy is. Oh, Sengoku's goat is there too. Oh, I guess we're in the cafeteria because everyone's eating and stuff. Yeah, it's like a commissary. Sengoku says, "How can we risk our lives to help the people if we're living in fear of being killed by them. We need to strike down Cross Guild. The sooner the better. They'll sap the morale of the troops and weaken the Navy. Man, still talking like you're in charge of things, Sengoku. Oh, and Hina passes by and Sengoku says, "Ah, Hina, have you seen Garp? There's a new flavor of crackers out." That's what you want to talk to him about? Hina says, "A few days ago he said I'm heading off to save Kobe. I think he went with Sword. And Kujaku too, most likely." Wait, Kujaku's not a part of Sword? Or is she just saying that because Suru is there? Because both Sengoku and Suru are like, huh? Tough full of lead? Of course they're only just now hearing about that. Empty Bluffs. New World. I love how it's called Empty Bluffs. You have an old man meeting with Buggy. Buggy says, "So, you've crossed the sea to meet us?" The man says, "Yes, sir." Buggy says, "Well done. The overlords of the underworld are highly pleased with you. A new kingpin of evil appeared." The man says, "I hear the money got sent to my family, which I'm very glad for. Thank you, sir." Buggy laughs. "Of course, you eliminated a vice admiral from Navy headquarters. You're a champion of evil." "From what I heard, the incident sent the Navy into a panic. If they find you, they'll surely strike your head from your shoulders." The man screams in terror, but then he laments, "Even if I never get to see my family again, it's still better than letting them starve." He thinks of his family, all in rags, lying on the floor, weak from hunger, saying, "I'm so hungry." Buggy says, "Have no fear. You're welcome into the fold. Now you're a pirate with me." The man meekly says, "Pirate?" And the men in the group put their arms around him and pat him on the back, saying, "Don't you get it, man? Buggy the Genius Jester is one of the 4 emperors. Your average pirate never gets within a mile of an audience with him." The men cheered, going, "Behold, that's Buggy himself in the flesh. Yar, Buggy in the flesh. Buggy flesh. Buggy flesh. Buggy Wait, what? Buggy flesh? What the hell? And Buggy's just up there like dancing along. And suddenly a man comes through the door saying, "Begging your pardon, Chairman Baggy Flesh." And Buggy goes, "Do I look flabby to you?" The man says, "It's finally finished. The Cross Guild flagship is ready." And you have Buggy in the past, in the flashback, talking to Crocodile and Mihawk. Man, the size difference between Crocodile and Mihawk is wild. As Buggy tells him, "Let me build the ship for us. I've got good shipwrights working for me." Oh god, they're gonna beat him within an inch of his life. The ship looks exclusively like Buggy's face. The shipwrights present it saying, "Gotta have Chairman Buggy as the figurehead. It looks great." And Buggy just freaks out. And suddenly Crocodile and Mihawk are behind him with them saying, "And you want us to ride on this clown ship? Meeting room now." Oh man. So while the men are cheering for their new flagship saying, "It's the best ship ever. You did an amazing job." Meanwhile, in the meeting room, you have Alvida, Kabaji, Momoji, and Richie. You don't see Mr. 3. I think that's Richie off to the side with like the spikes or something. I can barely make out that figure next to Momoji. But you can hear Buggy's screams from the meeting room. And so while Buggy's head is hanging by his hair from a hook, beaten and bloody, Mihawk and Crocodile are sitting at a table. Buggy's whimpering, saying, "Please, just kill me." And the two ignore him, with Crocodile saying, "Public opinion on the Cross Guild has been very positive. The Navy should be waking up to the threat we pose by now. The utopia we seek to build is a military nation strong enough to resist any power, and for that," Mihawk adds, "we need overwhelming strength." Crocodile still talking about his utopia, huh? Buggy thinks to himself, "This is all wrong. This wasn't the life I wanted for myself." As Crocodile continues on, he says, "In order to buy that, we'll need massive." Buggy interjects saying, "Wealth and power, right? Well, if you'll permit me to speak freely, kill me and be done with it if you like. But I gotta get this off my chest. You really call yourselves pirates chasing after these small-time goals?" Oh, shit. Buggy, did your balls finally grow back, dude? Mihawk says, what's this? A last-ditch attempt at arguing back? Buggy says, stop wasting your time with these lateral moves, boys. Where is this coming from, Buggy? You've heard what they're saying, haven't you? Red Hair is making his move. Both he and I rode on the Pirate King's ship, but neither of us were able to go to Laugh-Tale with the other. Think back, when you were young, what did you want to be? I could see that Shanks had so much promise ahead of him that I gave up on my dreams. We then have a flashback. The day of Gold Roger's death. 24 years ago. Yeah, and this is where Shanks was trying to get Buggy to go with him, and Buggy told him to shove off. Buggy says to Shanks, do you remember what you said, Shanks? That you'd take your own ship to Laugh-Tale one day? Shanks says, yeah, and I've changed my mind. For now, I don't feel like trying to get there. Buggy says, what? And Shanks tells him, but I'll still be a pirate. Buggy thinks to himself, you're not who I thought you were, Shanks. Aren't you going to be the king of the next generation? Oh, and there's where Shanks says, come with me, Buggy. And Buggy says, I'm not gonna work under you, idiot, you coward. Buggy thinks to himself, I thought Captain Rogers' wish was for you to follow in his footsteps. And Buggy yells at Shanks saying, don't tell me you've forgotten that I lost my treasure map, that you lost my treasure map. Well, I haven't forgiven you, so until the next time we meet, we're enemies. Oh, so would Buggy have gone with Shanks if Shanks said he wanted to pursue it? Oh, that paints a very different light for all of this. I wonder, what has been holding Shanks back this entire time? Roger must have told him something. Man, maybe if Buggy had heard those same words, maybe he would have stuck with Shanks. I wonder what Buggy would have been like if he had stuck with Shanks. Jeez, my mind is just like flooding with these thoughts. Like, Buggy would have followed Shanks back then, Back in present day, Buggy continues saying, but Shanks is actually on the move. Why, after all these years? Well, whether by fate or accident, I'm on the same level as him now. So, if he's gonna do it, I wanna be king of the pirates. Power, wealth, we'll have it all. Let's go and take it. The greatest treasure the world has ever known. Damn, Buggy? And Crocodile just knocks his head away. And Crocodile saying, they say that titles can create a false sense of superiority. I've never seen anyone this full of himself. Mihawk says, do you actually believe you can talk us into this? Crocodile tells him, no plan, no preparation. Pirating is a business. Mihawk asks, red hair, black beard, straw hat, you want us to fight all of them at once? Wow. Luffy's really getting added into like these heavy hitters now. Oh god. Buggy is next to a Den Mushi that seems to be activated as he continues on saying, no, you just have to beat them to the punch. That's the only rule with treasure. Finders keepers. Well, Crocodile and Mihawk tell Buggy, don't even start. Buggy continues on saying, remember the passion that these words inspire. All pirates went out to sea in search of this. Isn't that right, folks? Oh, so he knew that the Dendemushi was activated, so the entirety of the pirate island could hear him. While Crocodile steps on Buggy's head saying, stop it, Buggy. Buggy continues on saying, tell me, what was the dream that took you out to sea? The men cry out, Chairman Buggy's kindling the light of our lost innocence. Oh god. Buggy says, are your souls crying out for meaning, begging for a purpose, when your lives could be cut short at any moment? Don't be cowards, soft and satisfied with the status quo. Reach out for what you want most of all. Remember, I've got your backs. Let's go and take it. The One Piece is ours. And as those words erupt, the entirety of the people on the island cheer out with tears in their eyes, just all on board, while Crocodile and Mihawk are just shook, saying, is this a joke? I mean, the ultimate thing here is that, Crocodile and Mihawk might not be along for the plan, but Buggy has, if nothing else, the manpower. He's able to inspire people to do the impossible. That in and of itself is pretty impressive. How wild. Oh, we now pick up in the Kamabaka Queendom on the Grand Line. And we have I'm assuming a cow mink? Revolutionary Army Vice Captain Western Forces Ishio no. Morley subordinate. Yeah, people say that Morley is a cat mink, so yeah, maybe. I guess it's all the vice captains looking out. Wait, no, Morley. Oh no, I'm thinking about Lindenberg. Yeah, Morley's the big guy. Luciana says, well, what's that ship? An enemy? What? Who? And then we have a woman with a robotic arm saying, she's mouthing the sound that her arm is making, saying, "Vee, ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink." That is kind of weird. Revolutionary Army Vice Captain, Eastern Forces, a hero. Bella Betty subordinate. We have a big round egg-shaped man saying, "Want to make a bet? I'll wager it's an enemy ship. How much?" Revolutionary Army Vice Captain, Southern Forces, Gambo. He's a gambler called Gambo. Lindenberg subordinate. Okay, that's Lindenberg subordinate. And some dude with goggles who is sitting down says, "Sharon, I'll put $1 million on Sabo's return." With Gambo saying, "Huh?" And that's Revolutionary Army Vice Captain, Northern Forces, Chiron, Karasu's subordinate. I wonder what he's eating. Weird. We later cut to some of the revolutionaries calling out to Dragon and Ivankov saying, "Dragon, Eva, Sabo's returned." Eva says, "Wonderful, so he's all right." Gambo says to Jiron, "You cheated, $1 million indeed. I'm not paying." While Jiron says, "Oh yes you are." Gambo questions, "Wait, you saw it through a looking glass." Jiron says, "Don't have one," as he continues it. "Is he eating it?" Oh, and even Gambo says, "Are you eating it?" It's just like easy money. All I have to do is eat the evidence I cheated. Jeez. Is that a devil fruit ability, or is he just so weird that he would be able to just eat a telescope? A hero says, "Welcome back, Soba. Shoi ka-chunk." Yet she is making those sounds for her robotic arm. That's so weird. "I nearly shot you, Sabo." Oh god. Oh, so that's what she was doing, like preparing to fire at whatever was coming their way. I feel like I need her and Frankie to meet now. Sabo says, "Glad you didn't. Were you worried for me, Ahiro?" I figured Sabo was gonna be alright. Ahiro says, "Maybe." While Uchiana says, "Sabo, you're alright. Hooray!" Sabo explains, "The ship is from Lelucia." Uchiana says, "The kingdom that just vanished?" Sabo says, "I'll explain later. For now, these people need rest." It's okay, everyone. Moda's safe. It is unfortunate their homeland got destroyed. I wonder how many people he managed to save. Like, did the whole island get saved, or was there something else? In comes Koala with a fury of kicks, saying, "What is wrong with you, Sabo? We didn't hear a word from you after your signal went dead." Sabo dodges, saying, "Sorry, Koala, I couldn't get a jamming transponder sale. They would have been able to intercept my call. Remember how I sent the indirect call signal? 3 noises? I wasn't actually in Lelucia." Oh, so wait, he wasn't... I mean, he was off the coast of it though, right? And Koala grabs onto him crying, saying, "But I was so worried." Sabo says, "I'm sorry, okay?" Then Morley pops out of the ground to hug him, saying, "Sabo, why are all you boys like this?" Sabo says, "Whoa, Morley." And Morley says, "You had me worried sick." We then have Bella Betty addressing the people of Lucia, saying, "Glad you're here. I remember you. The sad sacks from Lelucia. A real shame what happened to your homeland. But I hear you want to enlist in our army." Oh. The people and Moda say, "Yes, ma'am." Bella Betty says, "Then first you need to rest so you can clear your heads." Oh. What a interesting journey Moda's been on. From getting Ace's help with delivering something to her parents, to basically joining the revolution, helping to rise up, to full on becoming a part of the revolution. It's wild. We then cut to Sabo talking with Dragon and Ivankov, with Sabo saying, "I heard about what happened with Kuma." Dragon tells him, "I'm sorry, we wasted all your hard work." Sabo says, "No, I know this is harder for you two." Dragon tells him perhaps he was programmed with some directive to return to Marijoa at any moment. Eva then says, "Can't we tell the captains about all of this, Sabo?" Sabo says, "I'm afraid not. Listening in could put their lives in danger." Eva says, "What?" Sabo tells them, "This reverie was truly a wild affair. I'll tell you everything. that actually happened in sacred Marijoa. Okay, Sabo's gonna spill the deets. It's been wild though. Sabo's been away for a hot minute, like months. I wonder, are we actually gonna get information on what happened to Marijoa, back into with Vivi and all that? God, there are so many moving parts during this story arc. It's wild. Usually, a lot of the content we've been getting during this story arc in Egghead is all stuff that would happen after the main plot line. I think that's why this has been one of the better story arcs, because despite Egghead and its entirely, we're also seeing what's going on in the rest of the world, what moves the major players are making out there. I'm glad Sabo's finally back where he belongs, finally maybe get some information, or else next chapter we'll cut over to Egghead. It's funny, thanks to the actions of those in charge, all these people from Leloucia have now strengthened the numbers of the army. Like, the Revolutionary Army has grown. More manpower for the cause. And the whole situation with Buggy. So many people I've heard in the community say, Buggy shouldn't be the real emperor, it should be Mihawk, it should be Crocodile. The thing is, no. Because Buggy has the forces and the territory. That's the big thing. That's what a lot of people seem to always miss. Like, why, despite Kid and Law having a similar bounty to Luffy, they're not emperors as well. Like, because they don't hold territory. They don't have forces. They don't have groups. Law only has his crew. Kid only has his crew. And the moment people have learned about the Straw Hat Grand Fleet and Luffy commanding all these forces, essentially, that's what makes him an emperor. Had Crocodile managed to keep Baroque Works and it gained the notoriety as it went, which isn't what he wanted, it's a secret organization, but if he had kept the organization and built up his power, defeated more pirates, gained more territory, he easily could have been a Yonko. See, the thing is, Mihawk has the power Crocodile lacks, but Crocodile has had the manpower that Mihawk lacked. But now, with Buggy has the manpower, but he also has the charisma. He inspires people, for better or for worse. And this is like the one legitimate time Buggy was speaking from the heart, and it showed people listened. What he had to say, those inspirational words that would drive men to the sea in search of their dreams, in search of the One Piece. Mihawk and Crocodile don't quite have that. Mihawk has the power, but he doesn't have the loyalty. Crocodile has the money, but he doesn't have the loyalty. Yeah, if people fear them, but they don't quite respect them. I'm really interested to see where this goes next for Buggy after that. Because, man, the way Buggy's words and the reaction of the crowd shook Crocodile and Mihawk, I'm fascinated to see where this goes next. And Buggy's interaction with Shanks. Man, all it took was knowing that Shanks was on the move to really get Buggy to want to pursue this now. Before it was always the thought that Buggy never, tried to go after the One Piece himself because he was just a coward, but no, it was more than that. Man, this just added a weird depth to Buggy's character I wasn't ready for. And then there's T-Bone. I don't know. We haven't seen T-Bone in a long time but for him to just be killed off, I don't know. That's... Dang, man survived being swept away in Aqua Laguna, like, dang. And now that Sengoku and Osuru know that Garp has gone to Fullaled, what are they gonna do? Well, let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments section below. What was your favorite part of this chapter? For me, it was definitely Buggy's speech, like, holy crap. But I want to hear from you. So subscribe for more One Piece, and until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.